up, guys? Welcome to Nyosk Biology. Today's teaching will be on the topic of state of matter. Matter is anything that occupies a space and it has got mass. There are three states of matter: first, solid; second, liquids; and last but not least, gases. Solids are hard materials that are intact. The particles that makes a solid are connected together, very close together, thus making the intercellular space between them to be less. The characteristics of solids include the following. First, the shape of solids does not change. What do I mean? If the solid is an animal, the shape of that kind of animal, it will not change. If it's a goat, it will still look like a goat. It won't change to look like a hen. That's what I mean. Second, the volume of solid does not change. If the particles that was used to make a solid contain a certain grams or a certain weight or had a certain volume, the volume can never change unless the substance changes to something else. Second is that the materials that make solids are very close together, thus making it easy for you to squash. The second state of matter is liquid. A liquid is any substance that flows under force of gravity. Let's say if you are pouring water, what will happen? The water is not going to just fall like a solid. It's going to flow down. So when there is an overflow of water or ink or milk, that's a liquid. So the characteristics of liquids are as follows. First, liquids normally they change their shape. What do I mean? If you put a liquid in a different container, in a certain container, it will take the shape of a container. If you put it in a container that is bottle in shape, it will take the shape of the bottle. If you put it in a container that is cup in shape, it will take the shape of the cup. So that's why the liquids normally change their shape. Secondly, they does not change the volume. Why am I saying this? Most liquids, the volume that you take and put it in a cup, that volume can never change unless you add another volume of water in a cup. The volume that you take and put in a 5 liters bottle of water, that volume can never add up to 6 liters. It can never change unless you change it yourself by putting that water in a bigger container. Thirdly, the liquid normally they does not have the intercellular space between them. They are connected towards each other, they are attached, and they can easily be squashed. The third state of matter is gases. And what is a gas? A gas is air. Generally, you can say a gas is air. It's composed of the nitrogen, which is 78%, the nitrogen 21%, the carbon dioxide, which is 0.03%, and lastly the inert gases, or sometimes they are called the rare gases. They are very rare. This is because the inert gases is found in little percentage and it's not readily available. It's rarely found, and it's composed of 0.97%. Examples of inert gases include neon, krypton, helium, xenon. Now the characteristics of gases includes the following. First, gases, they've got no shape. Like if you put a gas in any container, if you put that gas in any container, it will take the shape of that container. Secondly, it has got no volume. Whatever vacuum, whatever container you are dealing with, that container will occupy different gas. Let's say, like for example, we are dealing with oxygen. The amount of oxygen that is in this house will have the same volume as the amount of oxygen that will be found in a different house that has been built with the same measurements. Secondly, is that gases normally have large intercellular spaces between them. That's why the air can easily spread from one point to another. This is the reason as to why the gases is the state of matter that normally expand most when heated, because of the large space between the gases. If the particles that makes the gas are not closely together, it's easier for them to heat very fast as compared to when you are heating a solid. The particles has to melt and separate from one another in order for the solid to heat. So guys, look at this table above. It's just a summary of the characteristics of the state of matter when you are dealing with the change of volume and the change in gases. I mean, change in shape and the change in gases. As easy as it is. So you just draw a table, split it into two columns, and the first column, the heading should be the change in shape, and the next column is the change in volume. Now in solids, there is no change in shape and there is no change in volume. In liquid, there is change in shape, but there is no change in volume. In gases, there is change in shape and there is change in volume. Thank you guys for watching this episode of different states of matter. Hope you've enjoyed, hope you've liked. Subscribe if you've not subscribed, and always stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.